Good morning. My name is Amushelelo. I'm an author, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a social activist, but I like to call myself a dreamer. Today's topic is overcoming difficulties in our life. Now, a lot of us face a number of difficulties. In fact, we face numerous difficulties. I've faced tons of difficulties. I remember in 2010, I had an incident where I was involved in a car accident. A tragic car accident for that matter. I've dealt with this matter. It's actually sad talking about it. And I knew from that onset that I had two choices to make. The difficulty that I've faced, or two, is to become triumphant over that difficulty. Now, you can play the victim to say, yes, why me, why specifically me, and all of those things. And what that does is you only self-inflict yourself. Now, I've learned that the only way for any wound to heal is when you stop scratching that wound. Because there is no way a wound is going to heal if you're constantly scratching on it. And the way we scratch on those wounds is when we're constantly dwelling on these things. Now that's something that has happened in the past. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to change that. However, what I've decided to do is, what do I do after this great incident? I changed my life to the better. I used to be a young person who was just focused on women, alcohol, parties, who's sleeping with who's driving what fancy car, all of these things. I was that sort of young person. But then this difficulty was actually a realization point for me to realize that I can overcome any difficulty life presents to me. I've been to prison numerous times because of this incident. I've been to court for about 5 years, and these are all difficulties that I had to face. And people around me still ask me, like, Michael, how are you able to maintain a straight face? How are you still able to be happy after all this has happened? How do you face the people, the public? People look at you, they say you're a murderer, they call you all sorts of names. But this is how I've overcome these things. I pay little to no attention to what other people think of me. We've all done things that we're not proud of ourselves. But if you keep on dwelling on those things, what you're doing is you're just going to make yourself a prisoner of that difficulty that you have faced in life. So I don't know what problem it is that you're currently facing. I don't know what difficulty you're faced with. But all I'm saying is that if you change your mindset, your outlook on that difficulty is certainly going to change. So to you listening right now, I just want you to overcome that difficulty. Because once you have overcome that difficulty, you have triumphed over it. Remember, difficulties are here to either defeat you or they're here to empower you. And I want the difficulties you are facing to empower you. There is no situation that you cannot overcome. There is no difficulty that's too big. And sometimes, when you feel like all hope is lost, just go deep down into your soul and find that one thing that makes you want to live. Find that one thing that inspires you to go further. Because trust me, there was a point where I was virtually mentally depressed. I wanted to commit suicide. But I overcame those thoughts because I knew that my life has a bigger purpose. My life has a bigger meaning than I am. And being a guy who reads the Bible, I came across a lot of number of people. God used men who were murderers once. God used people who were thieves at one. God used people who were scandalous. God used people who were once considered prostitutes. But He used those people so that people can realize that anyone, no matter where they come from, you can still do good in the lives of others. So with that said, I'll just like to encourage you to overcome your difficulties. It's not going to be easy, but I swear to you, if you stop focusing on that difficulty and rather focus on the opportunities that difficulty presents, you will have a better life. Thank you so much. My name is Amushelelo. Thank you for watching.